friend, Chipper Mac, who's actually from Kilbarrack.
Wow, you can be good.
Yeah, I was like, we're talking neighbours.
Oh, my nice Chinese accent there.
Just get you a sign there, which gives you honorary membership of the rugby club for a week. It means you can buy a pint without worrying about it. And I'll also sort out 6 tags for you, so we get your numbers. So it's 64286. It's 4. 64292. Yeah. If she comes in later, yeah, I'll know her, and if you can wear them, just get them all to put the wristbands on. I'll also just give you an information pack here in relation to the flat. So that's a handout in the local paper. All the details of the flat are in there. Your guide for the flat is there, your map of the events. And the last one will give you here a voucher for a local studio. And you're reading. All right. So, have you a separate tent? I have 10 chat. And is it going on the same family site? If it fits, I'll not take any money off you. If it doesn't, we'll come back and talk. Okay. All right. Now, we'll just get a spot for you. You're going beside those people.
That's right.
Give me 1 second, check. Kevin, come in over.
Okay, Dara, you've just after checked in. Where have you travelled from today?
I've Connemara, Clontarf.
And how long do you intend staying?
The whole duration, the whole week.
Very good. And has your family a tradition in Irish music?
They have. They've been playing music enough for us.
No one gets up without wristbands.
Thank you very much.
All right, how are you?
Could we get your names? And where are you from?
Dublin.
Dublin.
Dublin. We're all from Dublin.
And are you taking part in the competitions?
Yeah.
And have you competed before?
We have, yeah.
And how have you fared out?
We got second in the Cayley band when we were under 15.
Right, very good. And you're staying in the rugby club?
Anyway, Mark it is. Mark,
yeah.
Maybe you could just tell us a little bit about the campsite and what we got here.
Well, what you have basically here is both pitches of the rugby club. That's the main pitch. This is their training pitch, which has just been renewed. Okay. So we're generally putting tents down here. There's 8 generators to cover all the space. It's about 160 spaces here.
Excellent. Would those generators be quite noisy?
Well, you can hear one now. That's the level.
Okay.
They're not really that
Not too
intrusive.
bad.
They're on from sort of 7:30 in the morning till 10:30, and 5 till maybe 10 at night. So they're not going to intrude into people's sleep time.
And would you know already numbers for here, or is it going to be full?
This is going to be full.
It's going to be full.
In fact, we'll be turning people away.
What will it hold?
About 160, but I'd say we'll squeeze a few more in.
Okay. And as you were saying about this camper van next to me here, what in God's name have we got in that van? It looks like it's expandable.
It is expandable. Both sides expand out.
Wow.
It's a 6 berth. It stretches to 8.
And it came all the way, you said, from?
It's from Florida. The man who owns it is actually from Tyrone.
Okay.
His son was involved in motorcycle racing, and that's where they, I think, came across those sort of wagons.
Right.
But
he didn't give you an inkling of how much one of those yokes would cost?
More than you'd spend on a flat weekend?
I'd say so. I would say so.
Quite a lot more than you spend on a flat weekend. Even a very good one.
That'd be nice to get a tour of that. Maybe sometime we'll check back and see if they're around.
They're not back till tomorrow, the day after, I think.
So excellent.
But it's it's an impressive piece of kit.
That is one impressive. I'm just going to do a little tour around it. You were already inside it, you said?
No, my wife was, and she said it's very, very sumptuous.
How many TVs did you say?
4.
Jacuzzi, sauna, swimming pool.
I don't think there's a little BMW that pops out of the bottom, as you can get on some of them.
All right, a little speedboat and some motorbikes in the garage.
We're in the County Cavan Rugby Club check-in Sunday before the FLA. I was speaking to Mark O'Hanlon. Mark, you seem to have a very busy day today.
Yeah, it's pretty busy. It's getting hectic now. We're expecting quite a few people in before evening. We have about 60 or 70 to come in today. About 25 have arrived, so yeah, it's going to be busy.
I see that you have a grid system on your rugby pitches. Could you just explain how you work and how people check in?
Yes. Mark, just show me the list of registration for Scully. So that's one. Yeah, just find this man here.
Yeah, we've divided the whole 2 pitches into grids with row numbers, and we're filling basically from the near corner from here back out that way, and from there back out that way. So first in gets closer to the facilities, and so on and so forth. We gridded out. Each plot is 11 metres by 8, which should be adequate for most people. And if you look down there's some of them that it's not adequate for, but that's the look at the draw.
On the transport infrastructure from the rugby club to Cavan Town, what systems have you in place?
Well, people can get in on their feet, obviously. Some have bicycles. There is a bus service, there's a shuttle bus service that will be commencing tomorrow at €1 a head. So that should cater for virtually everyone.
Thank you very much, Mark.
Not at all.
And we'll talk again.
We can move in.
Now we're on the grounds of County Cavan Rugby Football Club with members of the committee. Tom, can you introduce the members of that you have?
My right hand side, Cyril O'Keefe, Frank Walls, Matt Keenan and Terry O'Connor.
Now the preparation work for the FLA, when did it start for County Cavan Rugby Club?
Let Frank answer that.
It must have started about 7 months ago, because we went and visited Tullamore and found out about their experience. Tullamore Rugby Club hosted, and it was quite successful in Tullamore. So we were down to see any problems or how they went about running it and that. So I think that was about 7 months ago when we started then working towards what's happening here today. Since then, you know.
And as a committee, did you divide up your chores and duties? There are different parts of the organisation. Did you have a different committee for each section?
Yeah, I took charge here of the grounds, basically the campsite itself, and the stewarding of it. We've roughly about 60 volunteers working on the ground, divided into 7 teams, working on 24-hour shifts, 3 8-hour shifts a day. Volunteering, no major problem. There were loads of people out there just willing to give up their time. We all went through a security check and cleared the Gardaí, and it is supposed to be very successful. So we're rolling in, starting at 12 at night and work finish a shift at 8, new shift in. Just meet our guests, introduce them to the site, show them the facilities, where they're camping for the duration of FLA, and hopefully we have a happy FLA. And also they'll use our facility, use our bar, meet our members, and also we have a social occasion on this coming Wednesday night when we introduce our Cavan Rugby Club choir to them. But you bring our guests into our club, and hopefully they'll be very happy with it.
County Cavan Rugby Football Club had already very good facilities. Had you to make many changes to support the FLA?
Well, we had, because we're a club with a few teams, we just didn't have all of the facilities, but we have got by that by getting in portable facilities where we could, you know, get ladies and gentlemen all sorted out. That in itself took a bit of planning as well, of course, in order to have the right door facing the right exit and get the sign writing lined up and so on and so forth. But generally speaking, I think we've got to think together that we can handle the people. We've already had people in here, as you can see in the background there, we're approximately half full, and fingers crossed we've had no leaky taps or no other little disasters that take place.
The support from the authorities, county council, etc., how has that been coordinated?
Well, we've received unbelievable support from the county council. We have a team of 3 or 4 main people that has been liaising with us on a more or less daily basis, and we couldn't praise them enough and thank them enough for the help and support and all that they've done to improve the facilities here, which will be of benefit to us in the long term, and also hopefully when we go to host the FLA next year that we're better prepared with better facilities going forward.
Thank you very much. I'll not hold you any longer. You're very busy men. Thank you.
Thank you.
We're on the grounds of County Cavan Rugby Football Club, and we're speaking to Tom Farrell, John Loughnane and Johnny McCormick. Tom, your role here in supporting the Comhaltas?
Comhaltas designated this a camping site, and the rugby club are glad to row in and provide all our facilities. In conjunction with the county council and ourselves and Comhaltas, it's a fabulous facility for campers, like. And anyone that has arrived in sight so far, they've said there's streets ahead of other FLA codes that have been to. but we're happy to have them. Like.
John, you have excellent catering facilities and bar facilities. How do you feel that people will avail of them and enjoy them?
No, the facilities inside the bar, and we have a chipper over here, more or less, for catering. And most of these people are cooking themselves anyway, so we don't have to supply such food outlet. Socialise inside the bar, everybody's welcome, and they seem to enjoy themselves. After watching the hurling game there a few minutes ago with Tipperary, and there was one Waterford person there, I think the rest of them were all Tipperary, so they enjoyed themselves. So it was a very good spot.
Johnny, the preparations for this event, how long has that taken place?
Oh, it's going on a good while now. My role in this would be just getting the water supply to the clubhouse for the people on the site and putting taps around the pitch and showers, connected up toilets and washing basins. That was my role in it. It's gone on a good few weeks now.
How many volunteers have worked on this project from you started?
I'd say we have 20, at least 20 in the club working here. Maybe 40, like it's
It'll be about 40 altogether, you know. You see, we're doing shifts, and with that, roughly 10 on it, 10 to 12.
Yeah, there's 10 people a day working, doing security right through the night, during the day, parking the cars, setting up everything. But we have, 7 days to do, so that's 70 people, plus we've had 40 or 50 people helping to do up the grounds, to do painting, put up flag poles, bunting, do the car park, and we've had a lot of help from the County Council.
Thank you very much.
Okay.